All right, so you came back for part 3. I gotta say thank you for holding on, and we're just gonna jump right into it. So if you want to know the final levels of the home buying process, you came to the right part. Keep watching. Thank you so much for coming back. This is Shonae's Law. We are currently on the 9th installment of our Millennial Success Bylaws series right here on Shonae's Law. Thus far, we are going over the home buying process, and we're going to finish it all up right now in this video of what those final steps should be. At this point, you've made an offer, and it's time for you to wait back to hear from the offer. And once you get this house, it's time for you to roll on in after the home inspection comes back to your liking. However, we do need to revisit a few things and go over some more. So number 8, now that this offer's been accepted, it's time for you to go ahead and get the home inspection, the appraisals done. Sometimes more than one is going to be necessary if problems occur. The final home mortgage approval from the lender. So once the offer is accepted, it's time for the home inspection and the appraisal. This ensures that the home is being purchased the way you want it and in a great condition that you expect it to be in prior to moving your stuff in there. It also allows you to work out any of the contingencies pending on the contract prior to finalization. And an appraisal is required for the home so that the lender can ensure that the property is truly worth the asking price by the seller and that the buyer is not overpaying for it. The home will serve as collateral for the entire mortgage. For instance, if the home goes into foreclosure, the bank does reserve the right to sell the home and flip it and recoup some of the money that it lost. So it's like a little bit of an insurance policy for them to make good with or without you. Now the home's appraisal value is based on similar properties in the area, and those trends tend to go up and down in the marketplace. But it's going to go based on the trends of the current marketplace. The home's appraisal value is also predicated upon the square footage, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and the overall floor plan of the house. And just like the home inspector, the appraiser must fully assess the full interior and exterior of the home, make any necessary notes such as needed repairs, and report anything that may prevent the home from being sellable or may hurt the property value now or even later. Make sure that you get homeowners insurance for the house. Be sure to bundle those costs in with any existing policies that you may have. So if it's State Farm, make sure it's State Farm Auto, Home, Life, Death, etc. And get the most comprehensive package available too, to make sure that they cover the most tragic situations that could occur while you are living in that home. Also, this is a very delicate time to make any drastic changes in your life. So do not open any new credit cards. Do not take on any more debt. Do not change your jobs right now. Do not get a divorce if you can help it. Do not make any other life-changing decisions that can impact your finances until after the home has been closed on during the final approval process. All right. Number 9. Closing on the home. Make sure that you know all of the state laws in regards to home ownership where you live. Some states require a lawyer to be present at the closing. State Commerce of Real Estate will be able to tell you if the state that you live in does require that or not. Other than your own research, of course, then you would know on your own if a lawyer is going to be needed. However, if your state does require an attorney to be at the closing, you'll be able to find out through them. And regardless if your state does not require an attorney to be there, you can always have somebody look it over for you if you are not that legal savvy. It cannot hurt your situation. It can only help you in that regard. Take a final walkthrough of the home prior to attending the closing to ensure that all requests for repairs have been satisfied and your wishes have been met for changes to be made to the house. A certified check from your bank may be requested to bring to the closing, and that may cost you a $10 fee from your bank. I had to get one myself, and it was called a certified check. Now, when you get to the closing and your realtor and everybody is there, make sure that you read all the paperwork that you sign. Your realtor should be aware of what you were signing at all times and should be overseeing what you were signing. They should be right next to you, looking over the paperwork, making sure that everything is as it should be and nothing has changed since the last time they saw the actual paperwork. Once the offer is signed, you'll be officially in the escrow process. So within 30 to 90 days, your credit lender will begin to finance the loan and finalize the mortgage. During this process, when you are at closing, be sure to ask lots of questions if you do not understand. Do not sign anything that you are truly feeling uncomfortable about. Remember, this is a huge decision. So if that final walk through the home was off and you weren't feeling it, speak up then. Speak up before you sign over your signature to these people, before you give them that certified check with that escrow money on it. Make sure that you are happy and this is what you signed up for. It's not too late to walk away. Remember, you had your home inspection contingency clause that within a certain amount of days you could always take your offer back and get your money back. You already signed, you have that in place. So again, just like buying a car, I don't care how far you were into the process until it's over, you can always say, hey, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. Speak your mind. Don't feel pressured by anybody. And if you have a really good real estate agent that has your best intentions in mind, they won't let you do it anyway. So just keep that in mind. This is about you. This is a big decision to buy a home. This is a big decision. It's not a shirt or a pair of shoes that you just take back to the store. When this is your house, it's going to be a house. And there are some laws in some states that require you live in that house prior to selling it. So keep that in mind. The keys. Now you might get the keys at the signing or at a designated time later on throughout that day. Make sure that you change all of the entry locks prior to moving into the new house. That's one of the first things I did. I changed all of my locks. I made sure that my security home alarm system was in. I did all of that before I moved in because I don't know these people. You don't know these people either. You don't know what type of lifestyle they were living. You don't know if they got people who want revenge on them or not. Change those locks. Have a security system alarm installed or reactivated prior to moving your items in this new house. Make sure that you and your realtor have a home warranty included in that total cost. Now, a home warranty is going to be very important for you because remember, just like with a car, this house is now yours. There's no maintenance men around here to help keep up the house. It's your house, it's your baby, and it's your job to keep up with all of the repairs. Which is going to help us move on to number 10. After moving in, home maintenance. Make sure that the post office and utility companies are notified of your new address. Have plenty of extra cash available for expenses. Purchase household essentials such as gardening tools, lawnmowers, ladders, tool sheds, weed eaters, toolboxes, leaf blowers, etc. There's a bunch of things that you're going to end up needing and you don't know you need them until you need them. I speak from experience. You want to slowly upgrade the current furniture pieces that you have after settling in. Moving in to a new environment anytime can be stressful, but when you buy a house, you spent a ton of money. You've been saving money. You're gonna spend a ton of money. You got all these expenditures that are taking place now, so do not just rush to buy new furniture. Keep what you have until you can do better and take it one piece at a time. One living room suite at a time, one dinette table at a time. Just take your time. Do not be in a hurry to rush and buy all new things. Who are you trying to impress? And remember, a housewarming party doesn't have to happen right away. And if they are going to come and help warm up your house, they should be bringing gifts. So don't feel like you have to impress anybody. Anybody who's knowledgeable about buying a home knows, hey, save your money. And you also want to keep it modern. Remodel different rooms throughout the house over the years. Don't let anything get old and outdated and broke down. Think about it. If you're constantly upgrading and remodeling and maintaining things around the house, it's going to keep the house in good condition. You know, when you have to resell or rent it out or put it on Airbnb, you want to keep it modern, updated, and reduce the amount of problems that you can have going forward. So as the repairs present themselves, use trustworthy and reliable contractors. Even research the ones that are contracted through your home warranty company. So if you have, whoever you have, Ideally, you pay your money every year to this home warranty, which is contracted through, and they send out people in the area to come fix your heating and cooling unit, your toilet, your kitchen sink, whatever it is. They have a contract with these people. Some of them can be shady. Make sure you're researching them too. When they tell you, hey, we're going to send such and such out, make sure you go research such and such them, because you can also tell them, hey, I don't want them coming to my house again. They did a horrible job last time and I am offended. Send me somebody else. There's rules and stipulations to that too, because a lot of these home warranties, if it's not done right the first time, you don't even have to pay the fee that you have to pay for them to come back out. So look into that too. I don't care if it's home warranty or not. Don't let them send those shady people to your house. All right. And make sure that you are researching home ownership. Even now more than ever, read books, read online articles, ask around. This is your house. This is your baby. You're not going to learn everything overnight, but you are going to learn as you go. And you don't know what you need until you need it. You'll learn it when it goes wrong, or if you just happen to stumble on it. So just take your time, but embrace it. Embrace it. Read your books. Of course, you always have the internet. The internet is always going to be there, but sometimes you need to be able to touch pen and paper and highlight as you go. So some of the books that I got was definitely Home Maintenance for Dummies. And I got things highlighted. Ooh. Oh my. Home Maintenance, honey. I got things in here flagged. I also have Home Improvement for Dummies right here. And I also have How Your House Works. I'm going to put these down in the description box for you. I'm telling you, these things change your life. It can be kind of fun learning how to do these things. It really can. So I definitely suggest you go get these books. Home Maintenance, Home Improvement for Dummies, How Your House Works. Make sure those guys are listed down in some of the research that you're going to be doing now that you have a house. It doesn't hurt to even start reading these things before you even get the house. Definitely recommend those. In addition to that, make sure that you get you some memberships at Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, even at Walmart. Walmart does have a DIY projects and home improvement section. Get familiar. You can never know too much. This is your baby. This is your investment. It's time for you to keep it up. So just keep that in mind. And focus on keeping your utility bills down now. Make sure that you're winterizing your home, that you're keeping your edges caulked, that you are putting plastic on the windows in the winter time to keep the air from coming in. Look that up. Research that. Find ways to keep your home comfortable and keeping your utility costs down. Change your air filters. Yeah, your air filters. Make sure you're changing those. You can get those in bulk at Sam's Club, but change those air filters. Use smart appliances, i.e. your dishwasher, your oven, your microwaves, your oven range tops, and your standalone chest freezer. Make sure these are smart appliances. Use energy efficient light bulbs. Now, if you're anything like me, my family goes through a lot of light bulbs. We have about 6 rooms, and all of the light fixtures take at least 5 light bulbs. So we have 4 rooms with ceiling fans, and they all take 4 light bulbs. We also have a beautiful fixture in our dining room that takes 5 light bulbs. And we also have fixtures in not only the kitchen, but the bathrooms. They all take, unfortunately, like 2 to 3 light bulbs a piece. So light bulbs are a hot commodity. Again, buy them in bulk. So in addition to changing the locks to the house, make sure that you get if you have a garage, make sure that that keypad to the garage is also reprogrammed. You don't want to have the same numbers being used as they were previously. This is your house, your rules, your numbers, your safety that's at stake. Make sure you know where the main water and electricity valves are. If you have gas or not, make sure you know where the electric breakers are. And the gas and the water, if you have gas, make sure you know where the valves are. Know how to turn those on and off if necessary in case of an emergency. Test the circuit breaker when you do find it. Make sure that all the lights in all the rooms are working and you don't have to get those repaired. Now that you are moved in and those repairs do start coming around with these new home appliances and things, make sure you're still staying organized. In part 8 of buying a car, we talked about having a poly folder. Yeah. Keep a few poly folders, because you also want to keep all of the warranties for the appliances that you have, certain locations, to have access to them at any given time. And you also want to have a poly folder with all the services that have been done around the house as well, so you can keep up with that. But you are being proactive. So when you moved in, your home inspector should have already checked your smoke detectors to see if they were working, any of your carbon monoxide detectors to make sure they were working as well. But you have to keep that up too. You have to test them every year, change batteries when necessary. They normally take a 9 volt battery. Those are the square ones. Keep those around the house, because the most annoying thing in the world is trying to sleep, live your life. Or I watch a lot of YouTube videos and you always hear beep, beep. Some of your favorite YouTubers are not changing their smoke detectors batteries, and I'm the person, I love you, but please put that battery up in there. Yeah, please change all batteries. It's kind of hard to watch your YouTube videos with them batteries going off. But I digress. Something else I did was I got some fire extinguishers. My home is kind of big. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. And so I ended up getting 2 fire extinguishers. I definitely wanted one by the kitchen, because when I was little, I remember the movie Soul Food, they had a fire extinguisher. And, you know, if you're anything like me, my house, prior to me getting it, burnt down like 2 times. So I don't want to risk history repeating itself even more. So have some fire extinguishers around the house. If my home is single level, but if you have 2-3 stories or however your home is set up, have one on each level of that home. Don't just be sitting around with one trying to run up and down the stairs, possibly risking dying from smoke, inhalation, or fire, because you don't have fire extinguishers on each floor. Have some fire extinguishers available and know how to use them if necessary. You also want to know any evacuation routes. I know where I live, we have a lot of tornadoes lately since 2011. Know your evacuation routes if necessary. So you can always check out on the websites. You can go to weatherchannel.com if you have to. Just know where, if y'all got to pack up and move and migrate somewhere else until the storm weather's over, know where you need to go. That way nobody can be confused or disturbed or concerned when that time comes, okay? It keeps down confusion. You also want to strongly monitor the taxes for the property that you're on. You want to keep an eye on that. Repair and upkeep what you can, okay? If you can do it, go ahead and give it a try. If you can't do it, hire a professional. Don't be out here trying to kill yourself, okay? Do not be out here willing to risk it all and just die and electrocute yourself because you don't know. Try what you can and what you feel safe with, and get a professional when in doubt and when necessary. And I also want to say before we go, when you are getting a home, make sure the home that you select is not directly near any large trees. Make sure that there are no big branches that can fall and hit your roof at 1 o'clock in the morning. And now you have to go assess for damage. Because even though Irma had some winds that had a branch hit your house and you had to get a portion of your roof fixed, any thunderstorm can knock down any fragile tree and be in your backyard at any given time. So if you can, avoid getting that house directly next to that tree. Get the tree cut down, or don't even buy the house. And a real home inspector will be honest with you about it when you ask. All right? So with that being said, this is going to conclude all 3 sections of part 9. Buying a house. Thank you so much for watching. And again, whether this is your first home, your second, your third, your fourth, or your fifth, there's always things to consider, things to revisit, things to keep in mind. I know this has been a long sequence of videos to get through, but I hope that it saves you a lot of heartache, pain, and money down the line. Buying a home should be a wonderful, happy, wondrous occasion. And done in the right manner, it can and it will be. So thank you all so much for watching. Keep these videos in your playlist if you're about to buy a house. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. I'll answer them as soon as I can, if I can, or I'll give you a resource that can as well. So make sure that you have subscribed to this channel. If you like this content and you want this knowledge and this work, go ahead and make sure that notification bell is clicked on to always notify, so you're always made aware of when I drop the video. And I will see you guys in part 10, the final installment of the Millennial Success Bylaws series right here on Shonae's Law. I cannot wait. I cannot wait till we get to number 10. You're going to look back and just see how far along we've come. But make sure you are caught up with the series. If you have not seen videos 1 through 8, you will not see the build up of how we got to even buying a house in the first place. Okay? And I know a lot of you might be asking, Shonae, why are we buying a house and we're not discussing renting? Let me tell you something, okay? I went straight from the projects to a house. I don't know anything about renting, okay? Anything I can tell you about renting is going to be on the internet. You can ask Siri, Cortana, Alexa, one of them little half-was about renting, okay? I speak on what I know based on experience and collegiate education, all right? So with that being said, we're going to go on to number 10 of our Millennial Success Bylaws series, and I'm going to see you there. You all have a fantastic day. Hope to see you coming back. I'll see you guys later. Is some of the downsides of being a homeowner. As you can see here, this tree kind of just broke off in the middle of the night around 1 or 2 in the morning, and you can see this big huge portion of the tree just fell in front of our shed. So yeah, buying a home, big step. Make sure there's no big old trees by the house. I asked my inspector, I really did. I said, hey, you see how close this tree is to the house? I don't know why they even built the house that close to this tree. This tree's been around probably 500 years. As you can kind of see up there at the top where it broke off. This is the second problem we've had with this tree. This tree actually had a large portion of it break off last year during Hurricane Irma. We're a couple of states over from Florida, but when Hurricane Irma's winds came up to where we live in our state, a big chunk of this tree actually hit the back of my home, right there in that bedroom. We had to get that repaired. That was pretty fun. So yeah, see my little shed? It's my brother trying to get rid of it. Just look at this. So yeah, when you buy a home, this is one of the things. Make sure that this house that you get in does not have a big old huge tree by it. Okay, I know you're probably watching my videos right now about home ownership. See that? This tree is, I personally would not have built the home next to this tree, but when I'm situated, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get this thing cut because I can't have any more problems. Look how huge this thing is. See how it goes up? And just look real hard and see why all the branches have broken off over time. Lord knows what's gonna happen next. I can't risk this thing falling on my roof, so keep this in mind, y'all. This is why you gotta have those necessary tools. Having that saw, having, you know, a chainsaw, handsaw, things like that. Be ready. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.